Hey there, Ajay. My name's Andrew and I'm the essay corrector here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thanks for submitting this trial correction on international marketing. Now, the way these normally work is I read through sentence by sentence and just let you know how well you've responded to the task, how well you structured your essay. I'll also talk about the language used and whether it was formal and precise enough, and I'll be correcting some grammar along the way. Now, the first thing I can see is that you have stuck to the traditional 4-paragraph structure for a 250-word essay, which is good. It's what we recommend. So this question quite clearly gives us two opposing views. So we must discuss both views and give our opinion. In the intro, with that, we should paraphrase the question, give a thesis statement, and an outline statement. So what's the question? What does the essay believe? What will the essay do? I would say we should use a more precise word here. The latter view. I would say, and we'll first discuss before looking at its role. We play a role in things. So if we are looking at its role in something, then we're going to have to use the gerund. Looking at its role in introducing new culture and language to people of the, we should say target country or country in question, that's enough. But my point here is that because this is a discuss both views and give your opinion essay, one paragraph should be about how international marketing could be perceived as invasive and intrusive, but then the other paragraph should be about its benefits as a form of education. These are the two ideas that were raised in the question. That some people see international marketing as unwelcome and others see it as essential. So we need to explore both of these ideas. What you've done is you've answered this as if it were an agree or disagree question, in the way that you have supported your idea with two paragraphs. But with a question that gives you two opposing views to discuss, you have to use one to discuss the negative view and one to discuss the positive view. So now that we know that the content of our paragraphs should have been slightly different, I'll correct the grammar and wording anyway, but just know that the subject of one of these paragraphs should have been different. The field of science and technology. If you're going to refer to science and technology as one field, then it's a singular. Don't use big. Big is informal. Use large or larger. Don't generalize either. Let's see if we can just reduce some of these words. Larger companies work towards evolving new technologies to ease human life. Okay, so we have the first thing here, which is a small point about its benefit for education. That if we educate people on new products, their lives can become easier. It doesn't talk about culture or languages, which would be, I'm guessing, is something you're going to do here. But remember, the transfer of ideas, the positive for education, should have been one paragraph, and the next paragraph should have been about how it could be perceived as invasive and intrusive. So, for instance, when McDonald's and KFC began to operate in China, they 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 began to operate local food producers, smaller producers which couldn't compete, were forced to close. There have been examples of United States advertising agencies advertising in Arab countries such as Saudi Arabia and causing offence with inappropriate clothing or speech in the adverts. So we need to really drill down into this idea that some people see it as a bad thing. Cool, so we have your opinion, we have a decent introduction, but we're missing one paragraph on the idea that international marketing could be perceived as invasive and intrusive. In your paragraph, you do understand that it's supposed to be one idea, well represented, so we introduce the idea, we expand it with specifics, we support it with an example, and we explain how it relates back to the question at the end. You do get that. So everything is fine, except in this one you just misunderstood the question ever so slightly, and you wrote an essay for an agree-disagree response when the question gave you two opposing views to discuss. Now, if you would like more assistance producing high-level IELTS writing, you can subscribe to our sentence guide course, the link to which is on this very page you're staring at right now. The course actually comes with 8 essay corrections in total, over which time we try our very best to raise you to more than a band 7 in IELTS writing. In future as well, your essays will be returned in 24 hours. Unfortunately, we've had some major technical difficulties this week, which have caused serious delays, but this won't happen again. I can promise you that. I do hope to be seeing some more of your work coming through soon, Ajay, but until then, have a great day and goodbye for now.